So, of course, once again, you're tuning in to Champ Radio. It's the boy Hollywood.
And your favorite boy, man like these.
And we got a real special guest on the line. We got the homeboy J. Cole on the air right now. J. Cole, what's goody, man?
Pop it.
Yo, what up, brother? How y'all doing, man?
We're doing good. How you doing, man?
I'm excellent, dog. I'm blessed.
No doubt. Now, first and foremost, I definitely got to commend you for a joint that I call my joint, that my favorite J. Cole joint, which is the Premeditated Murder. You also produce as well. Did you produce that joint too?
Absolutely, I did that beat, man. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. I love that song too, man. It's a real powerful song. I appreciate that.
Definitely, man. No doubt. Now, I know you're working on the debut album. And I was peeping a previous interview you did, and you brought up a point that once that it was kind of difficult for you to record on road and have those creative juices flowing, and that if anything on tour you can use the experiences on road to assist you with creativity once you finally get off road and sit in the booth and do your writing. Now, this won't be the first time you were in Canada, but is there a joint recorded or a joint already out that was influenced by the time or by your time that you had in Canada?
That's a good question. I can't necessarily say yes, but I did have a crazy night in Toronto last year on the J Tour. An incredible night. I'll never forget it. I don't even want to give too much details, but it was Jay was in the party, Drake, while me and Wale was there, and it was just a great night. I'll never forget that night. So maybe somewhere along the line, something was inspired by that night, like a real, just memorable night for me. But that's a good question. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure in some way, shape, or form, something leaked through.
No doubt.
That's what's up. Now, you being the first artist signed to Roc Nation, we're now seeing the newest member, Willow Smith, on the team. Now, have you guys linked up yet? And what's J. Cole's thoughts and views on the newest addition to the team?
Man, Willow is the truth, man. We haven't linked up yet, but I know, just through the grapevine, and I saw them, and they showed me a lot of respect. Will and Jada showed me a lot of love, which I appreciate, because I got a lot of respect for them, like a lot of respect. So of course, to watch their daughter become as big as she's becoming, and I know she got so much further to go. It's beautiful to watch, and I think that's just a great look just for Roc Nation, and just to add to the credibility of the label and to show, that there is no box in terms of what the label can do. But I think it's dope, man. I think Willow is the truth.
Got you. Now, you've been in the booth with producers like No ID, and being a producer yourself, how often do you try to involve yourself in your production, whether it's to add or subtract elements from production that someone with already a credible name that's been doing it and is known for producing? Do you ever get the urge to be like, nah, I think it needs more of this or less of that?
Always. Excellent question. I always get that urge. If I'm in the studio, no matter who it is, whether it's Dr. Dre or whatever, I have this urge that I gotta suppress to be to tell them what I think they should do. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta. Well, I have learned, but I learned to kind of keep that cool, because these guys are legends and they know what they're doing, and sometimes your vision isn't their vision. So, if it comes to my project and it's something I'm working on, then I'm a little more vocal about what I want. Even then, I'll fall back a little bit, but I'm a little more vocal. Now, if I'm just in the studio and adding on to something that they have, if I'm writing for somebody or, referencing something, then I speak a little bit less. But just that producer in me, I always have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's that producer side of me. So it definitely is there.
Passion. I mean, of course, you and Drake, you guys are going to be touring, and there's a joint you guys got dropping, which, the world is excited to hear that joint. Now, I heard it's not really a lyrical joint, so to answer the golden question of who's better, but Drake, he stated that he anticipates footage of you guys dropping ciphers during the whole tour. So how do you feel about, the hype between you guys and people making you guys to be the light-skinned Goku and Vegeta?
Yo, you know what? First of all, Drake let the hat out the cat out the bag way too early. Like, I ain't get a chance to text him yet, but and not that I'm mad. I'm not mad about it. I just really wish it was more of a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather have been a surprise. But I'm just blessed and honored that he, you know, that he hopped on it. And you know, the world will hear it when it comes out in a few days. But in terms of people comparing us, like, it's only natural. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's only a natural thing. And I think he described the song perfectly when he was like, it's the perfect song for us to get on first, because it's not about that. It's not about who. And the fans will still make it into that, like, who had the better verse, but it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a beautiful way to get on the song first as friends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we got plenty enough time to, you know, to duel, I guess, on tracks and let the fans decide. Like, basically his explanation of it was perfect. That's what I would have said if, you know, if I'd have answered the question when the song came out. But that's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm gonna answer all the questions after it drops or whatever. But, you know, look forward to that Friday Night Lights this Friday, November 12th.
Got you. Now, the root, of course, we have the news and rumors segment on our show every week. You've popped up a few times in regards to, you know, you and your girl getting married. Now, we cleared the air. We said it's not happening. You refuted it. It came back this week once again. So we're just wondering, like, is that, now if you can just clear it, because it came back again saying that you had said it, you know, to kind of get the hype on your marriage thing going. But what was as of today's date, is there any marriage for J. Cole?
What did they say that? They said it came back up again?
It came back up again, and they're saying the reason why you had refuted it last time was because you didn't want to let the cat out the bag yet, but it's still true.
Wow, yo, it's so not true. Like, ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous how powerful rumors are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just being brand new to the game and seeing things for what they are. Like, that's so not true. I would love to know where that popped back up. I thought I killed that already, but no, I'm not engaged. Like, I'm not engaged. That's all it is, dude.
There you have it. So once again, people, enough with this nonsense. The man is not married. Let's get back to the music. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Now, I want to take it back to when you want to submit that beat, that beat CD to Hove.
Oh yeah. At
the studio, and he had declined it. Now, I'm not too sure if it was the same year or a few years later when he got interest in you and wanted you to be on Rock Nation. But how was that discussion like? Like, did you ever bring it up? Like, oh, do you remember when I gave you the CD? Like, how was that discussion once you were on? Did he remember it?
Yeah, of course he didn't remember it, because I think it's Jay-Z.
Yeah.
He probably gets that all the time. Wow. Yeah. He gets that all the time. So it's like, but I did have to bring it up. Like, it was on my chest. Like, I had to bring it up. I fought it for like probably a few months after I got my deal. And then one time we was in the studio, I think maybe even probably doing this right before I did the Stars Born verse. It was him and Beyonce right there. And I was like, yo, I just gotta tell you this. Like, yo, one time, like, I stood outside the studio waiting for you like 3 hours in the rain, trying to give you a beat for American Gangster, and you just played me so bad. You know what I'm saying? I had to tell him. But I wasn't mad about it, of course, but I just had to let him know, like, you know, how crazy life is. And he said the same thing. He was like, yo, ain't it funny how life goes in full circle? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's a full circle moment right there, which it really was. You know what I'm saying? He was like, obviously you learn from that, because, you know, he's saying a lot of people don't learn. A lot of people do that every day. Like, wait outside for him at the studio every day. Even if he says no, they'll be there the next day. You know, and I didn't. Once he said no, everything came into perspective, and I realized, like, yo, that's not the way it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how I'm gonna get on. I gotta do it a different route. And I did. I just went and found other ways. I tried everything else. You know.
Now, December 3rd. That's probably gonna be the biggest day next to Christmas in December. The reason for that, J. Cole is coming to Toronto, right? You know, everybody's anticipating that day. They're very anxious to see J. Cole. But I mean, what I want to know, and I'm pretty sure the people want to know, what's that song that J. Cole loves to perform? What's that one song that gets him going?
Man, I love to perform so many songs for different reasons. I love to perform Lights Please because my fans that's been there for a while, like they all know and they love that song. So I really like, I like to connect with the fans on that song. Like I love that. Another song I like to perform, not for that reason, but for a different reason, is this song I got called It Won't Be Long, which is off the album. I love to perform that because I could just zone out on that song and really get into that song. And I really feel like a performer on that song. It's different. I love different songs for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like different things. But every crowd is different. Every crowd, every city responds to every song differently. Like you know, Toronto might like, you know, they might like a different song. The whole crowd. So we'll see. But those are the ones I really love to perform.
Right.
Oh, Grown Simba too. I cannot forget Grown Simba. How much energy is on them.
Okay.
No doubt.
All of this is without the album. Like
exactly. That's crazy. Now, last but not least, there was talk that Hov wasn't gonna be on your debut album, and I felt that was kind of, I felt that wasn't right and accurate. But is he gonna be appearing on your debut album?
You know what? If I find the song that I want Jay on, and it's not like that. If you know, if I get the right song that I feel like I need Jay on, it's not that type of thing. He'll get on it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's really on me. Like if you can't tell by the way I handle my career or any of my fans, I'm such an overthinker and overanalyzer. I need it to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna use my J card on just anything. It's been probably about 5 songs that I've already done that I thought was the J song, but I end up changing my mind. Like, nah, there's something better. So you know, I know, you know, I would like it to happen. And if it happens, it happens. You know, sure, Jay would have no problem getting on there, but it just got to be the right song to me.
Yeah.
Like I would rather not have him on there than to put him on something that's forced. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But as of right now, I see Jay-Z on my album. You know what I'm saying? But I still have not found that song. Well, I have found it like maybe 3 or 4 times, but I changed my mind each time.
Okay. Now before you go, you know, it's 2010. We're living in a world where, you know, internet plays a big part. So I'm pretty sure people want to know where they can follow you. If you got a Twitter, maybe a MySpace, Facebook, like where can the people hit you up? Where can they find that J. Cole music, man?
Yeah, well, jcolemusic.com is my official website. My Twitter is jcolenc, as in North Carolina. And J. Cole Fans is my fan site. Like, it's not run by me. It's not, you know, they're affiliated with me in the sense that I promote them and I love them, but I didn't start that site. You know, it's just some real true fans, some women that started that site, some girls, and they really keep a accurate tracking of like my movements and my shows and things like that. So that's jcolefans.com. And if y'all not tired of the website yet, I just started my official blog. It's called dreamvillain.net.
Okay.
I'm you know, it's just me to freestyle. I'm freestyling, throwing lyrics up, throwing songs up, my thoughts up, things like that. So, you know, slowly but surely, man, we